In this Q&A, I'm going to be talking about players saying no, motivation, saunas, and box jumps. But before we get into the content, I want to thank you for watching this video. My name's Sean, I'm the founder at Upside Strength, your #1 resource for all things fitness in Switzerland. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel so you can get instant access to all of our new content. Now let's jump into the questions. Question number 1, how do you respond to players who tell you no or don't do something? So I go 2 ways. One, I try to explain to them first why we're doing that exercise. Maybe they don't understand it, maybe they don't understand what they have to do, and so they're a little bit apprehensive about actually doing it. So I would first explain to them why we're doing that exercise and what it's going to bring them. Then if they continue saying no, I will simply let them stand on the side and let the other players do it. Number 1, the sports coaches are going to see this, so it's going to send them some indicators insofar as are they playing, for the team or for themselves. And then I think competition is going to win at the end of the day. Better players will step up and take that person's spot if they're not up to speed or if they're not doing the work. And it's also going to, look bad on them as a player from the perspective of the team. So I'll explain and then I'll let them sit on the side if they're not happy doing it. Then it becomes their problem. Next question. How do you stay motivated when you don't have a competition coming up? So I do think that competitions are very important and they help you strive forward towards something challenging and maybe that you've never done before, but they're not always necessary. I think a way to stay motivated when you're not going towards a competition is simply to have goals for yourself. And those don't have to be linked to a competition. You can simply have goals of things you want to accomplish in your sport or in the gym. Things that you care about usually are better because you're going to be more likely to work towards them. So do this. I would set some goals that you can measure. I would set a date and time towards which you can accomplish that goal and then work towards it. And again, if ideally it's a goal that rhymes with you, you want something that you're going to be passionate about working towards. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to stay motivated. Next question. Should I use the sauna before or after training? So I think it depends what you want to accomplish with the sauna in the first place. If you want to use it to help yourself warm up before training, that's a good option. But from everything that I've looked into, if you want the benefits of sauna in terms of heat, acclimatization, and also all the cardiac benefits and health benefits of the sauna, you're probably better putting it after your training session in the gym because you're going to have to work up to a good 20 to 30 minutes in the sauna in order to get the maximum benefits out of it. And that's going to be a little bit hard to do before your training session. You might be a little cooked going into your training. So I would say after if it's for all the health benefits, before only if it's to help you warm up for your session, in which case it's going to be a little shorter. Next question. What is the ideal height of a box for a box jump? So it depends on what you want to do with the box jump. Is your goal to just get better at jumping high? Do you want to get better at jumping? Do you want to be more explosive? Do you want to increase your vertical jump? Then the height of the box doesn't really matter. What matters the most is that you extend fully and that your hip displacement compared to the floor is as large as possible. So if you land on a very high box in a deep squat, or if you land almost with your legs fully straight on a shorter box, but your hips went from here on the ground to here on the box, the hip displacement was the same. So you're not accomplishing more by jumping on a higher box. You're actually potentially putting yourself at risk for more injuries and accidents because of the higher box. There's shins, there's falling, so there's all that comes into play. Then if you want to jump on the highest box possible, in that case you could justify going on a really high box. But again, you have to be okay with all the risks that entails. Lastly, there is a case to be made for picking a slightly higher box than usual in order to really challenge you mentally and physically, to give yourself 100% to the jump, as opposed to a jump that might be a little bit easier, in which case you might not go 100%. So you can use a slightly higher box for those, but otherwise I simply like a box that allows you to fully extend in the air and land with your legs slightly bent on top. That's usually plenty in order to get the work done. That was it for today's Q&A. Thanks a lot for watching the video, guys. If you enjoy this format, please leave your next question in the comments below. I'll grab it for the next Q&A session. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.